Hello and welcome back everybody to Everlasting Summer. We are in what I believe is Alisa's and Miku's room in the game. Nonsense. Alisa's and Oyana's room. Is that right? No. Yes? No. Huh. Maybe it's a completely different room. But I thought I'd recognize the singer. Oh, well, maybe I'm just mixing things up now. Well. Who cares? Let's go on with the story, shall we? An irresistibly blinding morning glare struck my eyes. I wasn't able to stretch. Masha was sleeping on my left arm. I barely managed to pull my limb from under her head and massaged it for a long time, trying to restore the blood flow. Scratching my stubble, I reached for my shorts to find my cigarettes. Perhaps we shouldn't have gone that far yesterday after all. Now she definitely won't leave me alone. Well, probably not. Hello? Okay. Sorry, I thought my controller wasn't working. But a bad aftertaste will still remain. And now she has an argument to scold me with, if I just give her one chance to. Then you shouldn't have done it, it's just that easy. Like yesterday I can't do it differently. I need to do this right now. And now he's like, maybe it wasn't a good idea and all that, Idiot. He's an idiot. In real life and in the game. Well, in real life in the game, and in the game. Wow, this has reached an Inception level that even I don't understand anymore. Yet another argument. It's not like she's short on them. Unable to find cigarettes in my shorts, I thought that I must left them behind in my cabin, so I clumsily dressed and went outside. Oh Lord, let it rain at last. It's impossible to work in such an oven. And it's like this day and night and day. Rubbing my eyes, I plodded down the trail and didn't notice somebody coming until they ran into me. It was Router. Hi, Semyon. Hi there. I shouted after him. Oh, he's already gone, okay. Finally, I came to the cabin, opened the door and entered. Olga was inside. She drilled me with her gaze. Would you care to explain? What's the matter? Where did you spend the whole night? She looked more than menacing. I was with Masha. And what is the problem? After all, everyone got it already, so it makes absolutely no sense to hide it. Yeah, thank you. At least in the real world he has a little bit of sense in his brain. With who? Olga gave me a surprised glance. With Masha, I repeated calmly. Is this some, suddenly he landed in the parallel universe shit, or is she just fucking with him? I think she's fucking with him. We don't have any Mashas here. Now it is my turn to be surprised. Semyon, your behavior is unbecoming of a true pioneer. Are we shooting already? But where are the cameras? I grinned. Semyon? Oh, come on. I headed to my bed and opened the drawer. However, my backpack wasn't there. Oh no, she's not fucking with him, huh? Have you seen my backpack? A backpack? She looked at me in surprise. Yeah, it was here. But you arrived here without any luggage. What? I broke into a silly smile. And I still haven't finished yet. Olga, I get that you're in the finest of moods this morning, and you have an eagerness to joke around, but how can I feel fine when a pioneer, a future Komsomol member, is acting like that? Still not too sure how that works. According to Wikipedia, you're only part of the Lenin pioneers until you're 15. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh well. Maybe Wikipedia's wrong. Oh my god, maybe the game is not 100% historically accurate. Can you imagine that? I can't. I just can't. A pioneer, a Komsomol member. Something is definitely going wrong. Olga, have you slept well? Are you okay? How dare you speak to me like that? What's your problem? To sum up, you need to be at the lineup in half an hour. As for me, I still need to find Miku. Miku. It looks like they just want to play a prank on us. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I saluted and marched out of the cabin. I have to go and tell Masha. Share some laughter with her. I vigorously pushed the cabin's door open and ran in. Ah, so this is Slavia's room. Miku's and Slavia's room then. I see. Yeah, because they were roommates if I'm not... No, wait, no. No. Slavia and Jinya were roommates. Right? And whose roommate was Miku then? Lena? Oh god, I'm getting all confused now. Masha, you won't believe what they've... Masha was sitting on the corner of a bed with an absolutely pale face, wrapping her arms around her legs. What happened? I leaped to her side. Lena just came in. Lena? But she wasn't planning to come for another 3 days. It wasn't our Lena. This... Aha, ha, 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 ha. I see how this is going. Hey, now I get... I was told in the comments by Andre, the best commenter there ever was, probably. Yeah, actually, most definitely, the best commenter there ever was. Thank you, you are the best. That there will be something I probably like in the next part. I see where he is coming from now. It wasn't our Lena. This... It was just something that looked like her. Masha was trembling, and an expression of horror was on her face. Calm down. Let's take it slowly. She was talking about some kind of lineup, cleaning up the grounds, about the library, about the music club. Ah, too bad. I just thought like Lena was the puppet master. So it's just they are now in the parallel universe. I see, I see. Oh well. Her breathing became rapid. And... It wasn't a joke. I'm sure of it. I recalled the recent conversation with Olga at once. Okay. Calm down. I still haven't got a thing. It wasn't our Lena. It was... the Lena from your script. She raised her tear-filled eyes to me. I understood right away that this wasn't a joke, and my courage vanished. That is ridiculous. It just can't be. Though, recalling the conversation with the director... No, I'm sure. She threw herself into my arms. I tried to calm her down. We have to think logically. It's just them trying to pull a prank on us, that is all. I was just talking to Olga and she... And she's what? Also looked unusual to me? Nah, I can't just say that to Masha. In the end, they will have to laugh and then quit it. No, something has happened. Something horrible. I'm sure of it. Masha was sobbing in my arms. Okay, let's get down to it. Let's talk to someone. For example, to Router. He surely isn't the main stand-up comedian in our hood. To tell the truth, at this point I was interested myself in finding out what kind of joke this was. One that can bring Masha, who's always calm and prepared for everything, to hysterics. Okay. She wiped away her tears and got up from the bed. Calm down now. I'm trying. Masha smiled faintly. Let's go. We left the cabin. Where to? Olga was talking about some kind of lineup. Let's go to the square. Most likely they will be there. Masha took my hand, but let it go right away. I chose not to look in her direction, because I already knew what expression she had on her face, and just headed to the square. The lineup, if that is the right term for people flocking around the monument, was quite crowded. I didn't recognize even a half of people gathered here, and that fact was extremely strange on its own. Olga tried to line them all up. I chose not to linger and went up to her. Olga, you know, Oh, and Miku is here too. She interrupted me. Excellent. We'll talk after the lineup. What lineup are you talking about? Isn't that enough playing games? For God's sake, it is not funny anymore. She looked at me in confusion. What are you talking about? About that. Masha cautiously looked out from behind my back. Maybe Masha is in reality, maybe they are all just fucking with, me, the Semyon in this world. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. And Masha is in on it, so everyone is just, playing mind games with him. Maybe. Olga, it really isn't funny anymore. I don't understand you two. Let's seriously get back to the shooting. What shooting? I looked at her attentively, and for the first time realized that perhaps she wasn't joking. Olga was never a decent actress, so I doubt that this expression of surprise and incomprehension was fake. What a mess. Okay, let us assume. Tell us your version. Version of what? She was still blinking, her eyes while looking at my mouth. I got it. I grabbed Masha by her arm. Masha. That sounds like a wrestler's name. I grabbed Masha by her arm and headed away from the square. Hey, hold on! Where are you going? We have to find someone less insane. Maybe the nurse. Or maybe Genya. I mean, first of all, the nurse didn't serve any purpose in the whole main game. I don't know why I did not think about this earlier. But she served no purpose in the game, actually. Huh. I kinda totally forgot about this. So maybe there's something with her going on? Or Genya. Or maybe Lena. I guess not Lena, Masha already met Lena, but still. We'll see. Olga's shouts followed us, but I didn't pay any attention. Soon enough we reached the clubhouse. According to the script, it ought to be right here. Let's go. Masha didn't reply, just followed my lead. I opened the door abruptly and walked in. Router was there, as I had expected. What's happening? Oh, Semyon, and you're not alone. Hi there. Have you come here to join our club? It seemed that there was something wrong with him too. Why aren't you at the lineup? I asked mischievously. Ahem. Well, I've got something to finish here. Whatever. Just tell us what's going on here. Am I missing something? Just like Olga, he stared at me with no sign of understanding. Why the heck is everyone around acting like we're real pioneers in a real pioneer camp? Isn't that the case? Is it? Well, actually... And what about the film? What film? The film. The one we are filming. Semyon, I really don't understand what you are talking about. It's only now that I realize that everyone around is calling me Semyon. Well, Sasha was always calling me Semyon-kun too. But that was clearly a joke, while here... It's not a big thing, but my name is definitely not Semyon. I stepped back in horror and tripped over Masha. She let out a short scream. And you, Miku? I wasn't listening. I snapped Masha's hand and ran out. Oh, maybe he's one of the parallel universe Semyons. You know what I mean? Like the dick who invaded Semyon's world in the Semyon ending. Maybe that is the thing. Huh. Strange that I did not yet think about this, but that is totally a possibility as well. Oh, we'll see. I managed to halt only at the bus stop. As I turned around, I saw Masha gasping for breath. I let go of her hand and sat down on the edge of the road. Looks like the two of us are in trouble. Don't you get it? Everyone here behaves exactly the same as was written in my script. Oh. Why is she looking like that at him? Either this is a prank, and she's now going to reveal it, or she is now sucked up or brainwashed or whatever into this world. We'll see. She stared blankly at me for some time, then she recovered. Yeah, a fair guess. No, okay, neither nor. But didn't that picture, that one here before, look strange? Like, oh, what are you talking about, Semyon? I'm Miku. Yeah, you know what I mean. But what? Why? Like I would know. So what are we going to do? I don't know. Whoops, sorry. Mouse problems once more. Masha was on the edge of bursting into tears. A second ago it looked like she was bursting into laughter, but okay. Oh, stop it. I really have no idea. How can I come up with ready-made solutions in this situation? I mean, you wrote the script, just saying. I understand, but... After all, there's still a possibility of it all being a silly joke. Well, an overdone one. But what if... Well, if, then we'll act in accordance with the circumstances. I sighed and quickly stood up. Let's go eat something at least. I think that whatever's happening here, food will still be served. Masha gave a barely noticeable smile and followed me. The canteen was jam-packed. Even at the lineup, I noticed that there were many more people than there were yesterday. Did all these children really come here? To an abandoned camp? No. There is something really wrong about that. However, food was being distributed, so me and Masha took trays and sat down separately from the others. I ate intently, trying not to raise my head up from the plate and not to look at the surrounding people. However, it didn't help me much. In a couple of minutes, someone showed up near our table. I barely managed to raise my eyes and saw Lena. "Can I?" she asked quietly. "Yeah, suit yourself." While I was thinking as to how I should answer, Masha pulled out a chair beside her and invited Lena to sit down with a gesture. "You weren't yourself this morning," she began anxiously. "Well, got up on the wrong side of the bed." Masha laughed nervously. Lena glanced at me and then quickly looked away. So, how's it going?" I started with more general questions. "Fine." "I see." I genuinely had no idea of what we can discuss with her. Plus, Lena indeed looked pretty odd. While she was usually all fun and high spirits, now she looked extremely timid and shy. "Did you hear anything about Slavia?" "What happened?" "Well, nobody has seen her since yesterday." "Huh?" "Okay." "It's like you two disappeared first. Now you are here. But Slavia is..." "Aha, so it's going... it's the Shurik stuff. People are suddenly disappearing and reappearing. Out of nowhere. But the Shurik in the camp was normal. And the Shurik in the mine was like, no, leave me alone, spirits. So I guess this one was aware that something is wrong in this world. Now we are here, but we're not normal. We are aware that something is wrong. How do you get that in one great picture? I can't right now. I have no idea." She left long pauses after each of her sentences. I still didn't get it. Either it is completely perfect acting, or the being sitting in front of us wasn't our Lena. "Nope." "We haven't seen her." "Well, I hope she will be back eventually." "Yeah, we hope so too." Slavia. Sasha indeed could lose her way in broad daylight. That is hardly surprising. I was just finishing eating the rubber-like oatmeal when suddenly Olga ran into the canteen, waving her hands. She looked around emotionlessly, and after a glance at me, she finally headed towards our table at a fast walk. "Oh, here you are! Let's go have a talk!" She hissed below her breath right at my face. Seemed that objecting wasn't worth it, so I got up, nodded to Masha, and we headed after Olga. After we got outside, she turned around abruptly and said, "So, where were you last night?" "Should you care?" "Wrong answer." I shrugged. "I should. Did you know that Slavia's missing?" "Just heard that from Lena." "Exactly. I went searching for her and..." Hey, I've never seen that picture before. I wasn't even aware Olga is able to cry. "And found her? Oh my god, is she dead?" What the fuck? It looked like she was desperately fighting back tears. That is good news then. "Come, let me show you." "Oh, holy moly," she said quietly and headed in the direction of the forest. I looked at Masha. "Maybe we shouldn't?" "What's wrong with it?" However, my inner voice was agreeing with her. "Alright then, but I'm afraid everything will be fine." I tried smiling, but even without a mirror it was obvious that my smile was so fake that it made me sick. Soon enough we came to a small glade. "There." Olga pointed at a tree. What a twist! Oh, I didn't even see that on the floor. Oh my god. I just saw the hell trees and all that. Oh my god, is that her head? Yeah, that's her head and her hair, and I suppose that on the left is her arm. Huh. I took a few steps and suddenly spotted a detached human arm. In fact, it wasn't even detached, more like it had been torn off. Masha peered out from behind my shoulder and screamed in terror straight away. Don't look! She burst into tears and rushed into Olga's arms. I made a considerable effort. I had to look behind the tree to ensure that it was indeed Slavia. Body parts are lying there. An arm, a leg, ruptured in several places. A piece of flesh from the chest. A head with the hair colored with blood and deeply sunken, glassy eyes. I felt like vomiting and instinctively averted my gaze. What the fuck? Who did this? How would I know? Said Olga in a surprisingly stone-cold voice. Throughout the camp, you're the only ones without an alibi. Alibi? I don't know. Masha continued to cry, now on my shoulder. What, you seriously think that we were able to do this? I gazed at her in fury. Now it didn't matter that much what was happening here. Silly jokes or something more serious. A person had been murdered. A person who we knew. Slavia or Sasha, it makes no difference. Well, no. She hesitated. But someone did it after all. I would say some wild animals, probably wolves. There were never any wolves around here. So you think human could have done it? Well, there is no one else to blame. No, that makes no sense at all. It just can't. I hugged Masha tighter. The sobbing became quieter. Anyway, we have to call the police. Of course we have to. Let's go. Huh. Well, I can say whatever I want. What I predicted, what I not predicted. That I definitely did not predict. The district center is pretty far from the camp. The police won't get here anytime soon. Night was falling. I was sitting at the square and watching the sunset. Masha was sleeping in Olga's cabin. It all shocked her much more than us, for many reasons. There were two main questions in my mind. First, what is happening here? And second, who murdered Slavia? Or Sasha? Anyway, who's the murderer? The first one could be postponed for the time being. But I still had no clue how to deal with the second one. Despite all the confusion, the conclusion of her being savaged by wild beasts seemed to be the most reasonable explanation. No, probably another alternate universe Simeon. Or crazy as Lena. Or the nurse. 3 culprits I have in my back pocket. And whoever it was, I can say I called it. That is it might be Uliana, Lena, Miku, Olga, Alisa, the Gender statue. You know, if you say everybody's name, you can always say you were right in the end. I don't care if there are any wolves here or not. It could even be a bear or a badger, but certainly not human. No one would be able to do something like that without additional tools. And the type of wounds made it clear that the unfortunate victim had been dismembered with bare hands, or paws. Though it's true enough that an enraged human can gain nearly superhuman strength, I don't think you can rip off arms though. I doubt it at least. But of all the people gathered here, who would be able to do something like that? Rauta? Lena? Maybe Olga herself? No, that is stupid. But even so, there were many children apart from them in the canteen and at the square. But am I really going to interrogate every single one of them? That is a job for the police. Then what is there to be afraid of? Maybe I'm not afraid for myself, but for Masha. Right. I need to check how she is doing. I was just about to get up when I suddenly sensed someone's presence. Oh, crazy ass lady! I told you you would at one point pull my penis off. Since Slavia had none, you had to pull other things off. I looked back and saw Lena. That was a disgusting joke. I looked back and saw Lena. Oh, I didn't want to scare you. No, it's okay. Can I sit here? Yes, sit down, please. I wonder if this ties in Lena's route. Well, we'll see. She fixed her skirt with a neat move, sat down, and started staring at the sunset. How sad this all is. Yeah, not much to rejoice about. What do you think? Who could have done that? How should I know? Certainly not me. No, it's not like I suspect you or anything. She began waving her hands in a funny manner. Well, thanks for that. I smirked sadly. But this must have been by a very cruel, very evil person. Well, not necessarily. Lena glanced at me in confusion. Maybe it was a one-off delusion. After all, in everyday life, maniacs can be the nicest of people. So you are saying that... Her eyes widened and her jaw dropped a little. That it could have been done by any of us? Well, I'm not asserting that is for sure. But the circle of suspects is quite large. No, none of the children could do that. No one. Anyway, it is up to the police to deal with it. We spent some more time sitting in the silence. I was about to leave when Lena suddenly whispered, Whoa, that face change though. That actually scared me right now. Or could you? What? An unnatural grin appeared on her face. A devil's grin. So I thought, could you have murdered Slavia? Of course not. But you two didn't get along very well. Why do you think so? We were getting along just fine. It suddenly became clear that Lena, most likely, is not talking about me. More precisely, not the me from yesterday. And not the Slavia whose name is Sasha. I was sure about that. No, it wasn't me. Okay, relax. I'm not accusing you. She gave me a look, and for a second her eyes seemed red to me. Maybe it was just a reflection of the sunset. Oh, maybe. I'm glad you got everything right. But it was you who said that everyone is worth suspecting. I didn't tell you to suspect everyone. I meant that we don't know who the criminal is yet. Oh, I see. Well, I hope I don't become the next victim. Lena said loudly and burst into laughing. The way she did it gave me the creeps. Okay, it's time to go. She got up and swiftly left the square. I chose not to linger and headed to Olga's cabin. It was now completely dark. Masha was still sleeping, so I decided not to wake her and quietly climbed in next to her. Our director, or the camp leader, as the local residents kept referring to her, was still nowhere to be seen. Are Lena and the evil Semyon maybe one person? Now I'm really speculating. Now I'm really saying stuff out of the blue. If she enters now, it will get very uncomfortable. Well, it might at the very least. Anyway, who cares? A person has been murdered. It's not the time for such trifles. And anyway, we still have to find out what's going on. Why does everyone keep acting like they are pioneers? It seems to me that until it becomes clear who the real criminal is, this whole ridiculous carnival won't stop. The real question was, what is the cause, and what is the effect? Either everyone keeps pretending because Slavia was murdered. I still couldn't accept that Sasha was the victim, so I've kept telling myself that it was indeed Slavia. Or Slavia was killed because everyone keeps pretending. What? Huh? How does... I mean, I understand the first point, kinda, but the second point makes no sense. Damn it, I got lost entirely, and such brainstorming is not going to get me anywhere. Yeah, indeed, because your thoughts are stupid. The door creaked faintly. I bet this is not Olga. Cautiously, I rose on my elbows a bit and peered into the darkness. A few torturous moments passed, but ultimately no one came in. If I were you, I would get me a weapon by now. I would have gotten a weapon actually by the moment I saw Slavia's corpse. Well, I guess it's no use to just lie down and wait. Right now it's probably just the wind blowing or something like that. Definitely. But this late at night, when everyone is asleep... I stood up, grabbed my trousers in the dark and looked around. It was hardly probable that I might find something that could be used as a means of self-defense here. But I at least had to give it a try. Yeah, very wise boy. Rummaging through the cabin's contents, I stumbled upon a locked drawer inside the cabinet. Sure, I'd love to find a gun or at least some kind of heavy crowbar here. However, I totally understood that I really shouldn't hold my breath for one. But it had to be locked for a reason. I pushed the cabinet from the wall, estimated where exactly on the backside the drawer was, and gave it a sharp and precise, so I would not wake Masha up, kick with my leg. She would be still awake, though. The plywood cracked and some things spilled forth from the drawer. Underwear, more underwear, matches. Oh, they might just come in handy. I shoved the matchbox into my pocket, and at the same moment I heard some strange noises from outside the door, as if some wild animal was scratching on it. Surely, if that is the real criminal, I won't stand a chance against him. But one should shrug off the possibility that it was the work of a local pioneer, who may have gone crazy, who was just insane from the start. Anyway, I should be still able to knock out any of the local residents. Even if he came at me with a knife. How? Did you suddenly learn Krav Maga or something? Oh, I totally forgot. Semyon did Sambo. Did you know? I didn't. Thinking about a weapon gave me the creeps. No, I shouldn't be overconfident. If I get into an encounter with someone who is, for example, armed with a knife, then I must shut the door, barricade all entrances, and wait for help. Indeed. You probably couldn't get hold of a firearm here. Although... I actually don't even want to know who's there. The door creaked once more and opened up an inch. I closed my eyes for a second and violently pulled it open, gathering all my strength. Oh! Okay. I can live with Elisa. No shit. This game should have probably better been... I actually want the creators of this game to make a horror game. They know how to build the tension. I mean, okay, there was the mime part. The mime part wasn't as scary. But this was really, really good. And I mean, the scare has yet to come. I'm pretty sure the scare has yet to come. I heard a choked scream and saw Lisa spread-legged on the doorstep. Whoops, sorry, wrong button. Oh, it's just you. Hey, you still can't trust her. I heaved a sigh of relief. Don't scare people like that. Want to give me a heart attack? She got up, dusted her clothes off slowly, and glanced at me guiltily. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's just... It could be dangerous to walk alone around the camp during the night. What with all the stuff that is happening. I stopped short. Happening implies an ongoing process. As if something was still going to happen. I mean, happened. That's why I came. Alisa was looking at the ground and trembling slightly. Hey, are you the crazy person? Oh, God. No, come on. What the fuck? It's already late, but Uliana is still nowhere to be seen. She raised her eyes to me, and I saw tears running down her cheeks. Where could she have gone? It wasn't like I was really concerned, but I asked because I felt that I had to calm the situation. It was perfectly clear that there is absolutely nothing to do in this camp at night. If there is electricity available, then everyone watches movies on their laptops. If not, then they just read books by candlelight. Wandering under the moon shouldn't be on that list. I don't know. Okay, let's think it through without any fuss. I walked over to the table and picked up the clock. Still thinking why you have your hand behind your back. Still thinking you are knifing me. Any moment now. It's midnight. Sure, everyone should be already at their camps by this time. A scary thought suddenly flashed through my mind. Where is Olga? Let's go outside and talk there. Don't want us to wake up Miku. Is it a wise idea to leave her alone in there? Okay, I can see your hands now. You're not knifing me. Good decision, girl. As apparently I'm master of Sambo and Krav Maga. As we went out, I took a place by the stairs and started to think. Combat Sambo at that. Yeah, I had to bring that in now. I'm a sucker for, hell, look what I know, what there are differences. I'm a smartass, basically. I'm a smartass. Actually, we could end this now and do another episode. I thought, you know, they had their little intimate moment with Masha. Semyon had his little intimate moment with Masha. I thought it will be over soon. But it seems like we are just get going. I wonder if all the girls get killed. And then in the end it's only Semyon left. Or if the next thing will actually be the final confrontation or something. But we'll see about that. We'll do it in another episode, so anyway. So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next part, and I'll see you then. Hopefully you come back. Because this shit is actually interesting. Bye bye.